literally at the bottom. You make less money than anybody else. You don't have the
Listen to this.
degrees. You don't have the jobs.
Black men are the reason why black women don't want to date black men.
When it comes to black men, y'all don't have a resume of black men. You have a resume of ninjas.
Black men are stingy, mean, and cheap.
I know why a lot of these women get played, because these men hear just like I hear, except I'm not thirsty. So I wouldn't touch none of these women who say the stuff they be saying.
They with their people as much as y'all should too, but y'all don't, because y'all want everybody else, but y'all don't want your own. You don't want your own. I was scrolling on Facebook and I seen this post, and it was about like this girl saying, oh, like how black men are basically the worst to date and how they treat us the worst and all this and the third. And I felt that way for the longest time. Like I never like really wanted to like put it out there and say it, but it's so true. They always put us last. They go above and beyond for the mother. To each his own. And it's not all of them, but it's very, very hard to find a good one. You know, it's very hard to find a good black man. Like the CIA has worked so very hard to try to make black couples not be a thing. And I fear they succeeded, because I damn near think these black men hate us as black women. They hate us. They hate us. They hate us because they ain't us, period. But no, for real. It's like I've barely been around like Hispanic.
All right. Okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got to stop this. And I'm going to say what you heard 1,000 times. Who did it? Right? Who did it to you? I know you ladies are tired of hearing it. I'm sure some of you are watching right now, tired of hearing it, but you can see it. Men are not crazy. It's happening from the same dudes. And it's not just Pookie and Ray Ray. It can be some good dudes that's doing it too, but they're conditioned. You conditioned men to treat you this way. It's not me. Of course it's not me. I'm married, but still, there are a lot of guys sitting around that think like I do. They're saying, no mas. They don't understand why men aren't dating. But I will say this. There are other people out there that love us, but sometimes even that's tainted. Let's get into it.
People and white people and stuff like that, and their spouses or their boyfriends or whatever always go above and beyond for them. Always. Like no question about it. Like they're never complaining about what they have to do for their girl. I admire. They're always talking about marriage. Like you never hear them talking about having a baby or having a kid first. Like it's always marriage. And that's exactly what they do. They get married and then they have kids. I'm like, why is it that everybody else is with the program? Literally other race is with the program, but black men can't get with it.
You ladies don't want to get married. You ladies literally don't care about marriage, and it's a problem.
To get them to be fathers, okay? And I know this sounds like some coon shit, but it's dead ass. Like I'm calling out point blank period. Fix it. You want to know what the gag is? And you're probably like, so then why don't you go be with a Hispanic man? Why don't you go be with a white man? Honestly, because they don't really date out their race. They with their people as much as y'all should too, but y'all don't, because y'all want everybody else, but y'all don't want your own. You don't want your own. It don't make sense. You see what I'm talking about?
You see why? You see what's happening. Now watch this. I'm gonna skip through it a little bit because the guy sits on the video for a while.
They always put us last. They go above and beyond for them.
You want to know why a lot of these women get played? Because these men hear just like I hear, except I'm not thirsty. So I wouldn't touch none of these women who say the stuff they be saying. But it's niggas who still want to them, right? Because they been was supposed to divest it and descend her and chose to bear and all. So niggas know not to take them serious. They don't want to be in a relationship with a woman who's negative like that. But they so thirsty they'll still sleep with her. These men waste y'all time. They don't take you on dates and all this extra. But the truth is, y'all don't put y'allself first. Y'all like to use the worst type of men to generalize the rest of us. And that's what racist people do. I keep telling y'all, a lot of these women are just like racists. Nothing they do is wrong, even when you experience it. And they professional victims. They use the worst type of people to try to describe everybody. They allow their past to dictate the future. That's why a lot of women say they don't make the man like they used to. A lot of racist people say make America great again. They got the same mentality and it's wicked. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
Need me a rich old white man. Black men are stingy, mean, and cheap. And that's the thing about old black males. They don't never have money. The only thing that they have to offer is the smell of mothballs.
That was a little bit funny. The smell of mothballs. Who are you dealing with? Guys with worms coming out of their arms, eating nothing but pork all day. Pork is not good on your fork. She's still dealing with guys who think pork is. Look, I'm not trying to offend. If anyone watching eats pork, it's not good for you. But she's still dealing with those guys that smells like mothballs with pork worms coming out of the arm.
Okay? The smell of mothballs and dirty drawers. Like they have absolutely nothing to offer and got the nerve to be sitting up here talking about these young girls be wanting them. Yeah, they want you social security check. That's about it. And then after they get the social security check, they go after younger men that's their age. Like hell, why do you think that there's so many single old ass black males now? A lot of them don't have no rings on their fingers. They walk around with canes in church by themselves, nursing homes by themselves. Don't nobody want their asses.
Degrading. Degrading. You hear how they talk about us? No love.
Gentlemen, yet again, we have another black woman saying that black men are the worst men to date because they're least romantic and they don't know how to treat women and all this other stuff. You know, it's crazy. Like when I hear women make these types of statements, not all women, just every now and then, because you do know that most black men are married to black women, but let's just not even, we're not. That's not the point. This is what I've noticed, okay, and I could be wrong. What ends up happening, what I see a lot of times, is that when it comes to black men, y'all don't have a resume of black men. You have a resume of ninjas. You dated the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the whoever else, so to speak. That's what you looked for in the black group. But when it comes to looking for a mate outside of the black group, you will accept the gentleman with the button-up shirt and the slacks. You can accept the young man who has a good command of the English language. You accept the man driving the Prius, but you didn't accept that from the brother. You were not attracted to the brother with the slacks and the button up and the engineering degree. You didn't accept that from him, but you accept that everywhere else. Because trust and believe is Pookies and Ray Rays in every community. It's just what I've seen, When it comes to the community that you come from, you look at the bottom shelf. And then you look at the top shelf once you have been done wrong by people who clearly, all signs were pointing to he wasn't. But you look past the corny dudes. The guy who was too nice. And then you go somewhere else and you go and find the nice guy, the corny guy. Just a pattern that I've seen. I could be wrong. Maybe not.
No, I don't think you're wrong, brother. I think they don't realize what they do, right? Because you have some. Look at this. I dated black men who had degrees, and they were no different from the hood dude. Let me tell you, ladies, how men have been conditioned by you. When you carry yourself a certain way for so many years, I mean, a lot of years, I mean, so many years, right? What are men going to do? Not all guys. You have a lot of guys who are stuck in a corner, but then you have guys who adapt. Men have to adapt. So what happens is men adapt to get you, right? I found myself adapting in a negative way back in the days. I did the bad things. And I came from a bad environment, but I delved into those things because I was capable of delving into those things because I wanted to be that guy, not knowing, young, the hood mentality. And a lot of it is done to get you. I didn't realize it until later. I said, wait a minute, I said, I'm doing this for girls. What am I doing? Men do everything and not everything, but that's why men need to get older and move into their adulthood by starting with celibacy, because that's when you clear that mind out. No, seriously, you clear your mind out from all of your wrongdoing and do right. It takes a drastic change, and a lot of guys need it to get away from this mentality.
And I've seen a couple videos where it's like black men are the reason why black women don't want to date black men. And it's like, it sucks to say this, but it's true. Like, black men don't. I don't want to say this because it's not all black men. And I've seen black men, like, slowly recognizing that, understanding who they are, and even calling other black men out for this. But y'all just don't know how to treat a woman. Y'all don't believe in romance. Y'all act like y'all barely believe in love. Y'all feel like y'all should be praised for the bare minimum. And y'all laugh at y'all homeboys and talk about y'all homeboys for doing what they should be doing in a relationship. Like, or when they like somebody. And it's just,
Where do they do that at? They do it in many different communities. It's not just black men. I mean, think about it. Do you watch television? Don't you see that on television? You see black guys doing it on TV, but who do you see doing that the most? White boys. Every community does it. Talk about their homeboys.
just like, dang, I can see that. Especially being in college and now being a senior and going through these 4 years of college. So I'm just like, dang, like, I'm praying for my black man. Like, I really am, because that's all I like. That's all I've been with. So it's like, I really hope y'all get closer to God and realize what it is to be a man, because God tell you what it is to be a man and how to be a man.
It
So,
does.
so I hope y'all get it together, like, for real, because I love my black man, like I do. And like, that's usually why, I'm just going back listening to myself talk, but like, that's usually why black
But I heard what she said, and also the same thing. God tells you ladies how to be a woman. Yeah.
men date other races because they can get away with the things they wouldn't be able to get away with a
Mm,
black woman.
not true.
Yeah. Hmm.
Conversation of why we don't see black men, or why a lot of us will say no AA. And it's simply because you niggas, even when you do have the money, you don't think that you need to pay. And what's crazy is y'all are literally at the bottom. You make less money than anybody else. You don't have the
Listen to this.
degrees. You don't have the jobs. Y'all literally don't have anything offer but having to pay. And the fact that y'all think that y'all are still desirable enough to where you don't have to pay, and you clearly see that even your preference is denying you, is crazy. Black men are in denial about their worth and their value, not only in sex work, but just in society. Like, so many black women are divesting from black men. So many preferences are realizing that it's not black women that are the problem, it's these niggas. Because they're also being left as single mothers. Like, it's not just us. It's culturally, there's an issue. Like, why are you on a site that requires you to pay? And then you want to act like this is a like flea market. If I know that white men and others don't even argue with me about my price, I'm not about to entertain you and justify my
Price.
rate. And I only ever have to do that with
Right.
black men. And let's say you finally do say yes, they make the session insufferable because they want to try and nickel and dime turn it into fucking porno. You're not getting anything for free. This is the service you paid for. This is the service you're going to get. But even when it comes to like dating and marriage, I see that black men are not willing to spend money on anything unless it's something they want or they feel like has value in it, like a car or their homeboys. It's crazy. Black men are so homophobic. They are the main ones to do some of the most homoerotic their homeboys. It's very weird. And I promise you, it's not just the women. Gay black men also will put in their ad that they will not see black men. It's gotten that bad. When even your own won't see you, it's a problem. Black and I really and I want to speak on that gay boy that's always on here talking like a preacher, talking about it's our fault why these men are down low and doing whatever. No, we need to stop blaming everybody else for grown ass men doing what grown ass men do. They're grown. They can go to a therapist like the rest of us have been doing and do the work. It is no longer black women's or our society to fix the problems of black men. At this point, y'all have patriarchy on your side. You have all the tools and resources afforded to you.
Patriarchy.
You just will not use them. We grew up in the same homes. Your ass decided to be on the streets while the women were expected to get out.
Oh no, 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 no. Black men are pretty much saying, pin them up with the middle one rise. Black woman, right? Why is that? This has been done for so many years. So many, many, many years. And what are men doing? How are we saying that? See if we're staying behind? We're seeing what's going on outside of the community, right? Exploring our royal oats, like every man, every black man should be doing, and saying hi, how you doing? I don't know a Spanish name, Cassandra, and how you doing?
Yes, you can.
I can never be obsessed with a snow bunny. She said, "Yes, you can. Yes, you can." And a man looking at something like this saying, "You a snow bunny? I can. You about me? You said you a snow bunny? I can." Like that? Compared to the one before that? A man is saying, "Yes, I can. You damn right I can, and I will. I can, and I will, and I'm going to." Right? Because men are being pushed into a corner. And what else are we gonna do than go with some snow bunnies and see what that's about? Why would we not?
With a black baby daddy is the change in tone of black women once they find that out. And
Mm.
I don't know if I give off like super white girl, because I certainly don't give off conservative. But I have had like multiple coworkers, like if I've showed a family picture or like a Halloween picture of all of us together, they're like, girl, I didn't know that he was, I didn't know. And their attitude immediately changes. I had a team leader that I did not get along with longest, and I think it was like a Christmas, right after Christmas or something, I sent everybody a picture like, oh, like this was Maya, blah blah blah. No, like she got on my next one-on-one, was like, girl, I didn't know he was black. Like, is that important? Like, I didn't think so. Or like the
Marvel.
first time that he picked her up at daycare, the next day it was like,
That shouldn't affect the way you treat her. Keep that same energy when you were being racist. Think, oh, you don't understand me. That's what she was thinking. Nobody understand racist.
there's just some changes in attitude. And almost to me, it felt like they seemed more comfortable, especially with that team leader. It was almost like it broke down a barrier in a way. I know that sounds
That's
stupid.
not cool.
But that has been something interesting to get used to because I never really had to experience. I've always gotten along with black women. Like I've always gravitated towards, and I feel like more comfortable with them. But especially on that surface level where you don't really know like who that person is and what their life is, it is so interesting to see that like switch flip when they find out.
Yeah, horrible. She was too happy to tell that story. You should have been downright upset. Seriously, that's wrong. It truly is.
All the time. Like, every single day. Same question gets posed. Why does Daddy Jason love white women so much? Why does Daddy Jason love white women so much? White women are the most beautiful women in the whole entire world.
Snow, bunny heaven.
I said that. I said that. I said that. You can quote me on that. You can replay this 10 years from now. My answer will still be the same. However, I've tried my best to be politically correct and come up with general statements about women, right? But these snow bunnies won't leave me alone. It's like I'm being stalked. They're after me. They're touching me. They're sending me DMs, messages. I don't hate it. I want it to continue. But still, the point is, white women are addicted to me. I love all women. I love Latino women, black women, Asian women, Indian women, mixed women.
And I understand what he's saying, right? Because I don't have a preference either. Seriously, I understand exactly what he's saying.
You know? But these white
Well, I do have a preference, my wife, but you know what I'm saying.
girls. I mean, I don't know what it is with these Barbies. You know? I mean, just one look of me and they're just like, oh, Daddy Jason, sweep me off my feet. And then get into cat fights with each other, totally hot. And I'm watching them. I got Barbie A over here. I got Barbie B over here. I got Barbie C over here. I got Barbie D over here. And they have the tag team lingerie match to see who gets to be the winner to be married to Daddy Jason. And I'm just sitting back eating popcorn, doing Daddy Jason things and saying, hey, winner gets me. And I'm okay with it. And I'm fine with it. But I just want the world to know white women are addicted to me. It ain't the other way around. Okay, I love you all, but I am not addicted to you all. Sorry, boo. Daddy Jason is so busy, he doesn't have time to be addicted. But white women are addicted to Daddy Jason as they should be. As they should be. You want to know why? Because I made you all a promise. I made every single white woman a promise, day one, that I was going to be a superhero for white women. Came with a lot of backlash, came with a lot of controversy, came with a lot of duets and stitches, all of which I don't pay attention to. But the bottom line is, these Baywatch, beautiful, sexy, MAGA Barbie white women have been flocking for me since day one. Because they know that Daddy Jason will always put the snow bunnies first and defend them. So, white women, get your addiction on while you have it. Because sooner or later, there's going to be a ring on his finger, and it could be from anybody. I mean, it could be from Brittany Amber. It could be from Kendra Lust. It could be from Kim Kardashian. It could be from Maddie Parker. I really don't know. It could be even from you. And you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And yeah, your friend too. So, I don't know. But that's just my thoughts on white women. And I got to end with subscribe. You know? Subscribe to the page. Support channels like mine, which is one of a kind. Because I'm defending you and no one else does. Not even Ken. And I'll see you later. And hey, look, the best comment gets a personalized video from me. How about that, huh? Another reason to love Daddy Jason. Oh, now you're even more addicted than you were before.
Because majority of my guests are black.
Thank you. Does it have a way?
No, it makes me feel happy. And I'm okay with that. I know people say that I fetishize it, and I think that black men are exotic, but it is what it is.
You got a thing for black men? Do you date? Do the guy you were married to, was he?
I only date black men.
Say it.
Since I moved to the U.S.
And when was that?
Like 2013.
Now, have you felt accepted by the black community?
Absolutely.
Have you felt alien from the white community?
No, I've never been a part of it, so I don't really know. But I don't think I'm alienated from it. I can fit in, it's not the problem. Do I agree with it?
You're a blonde with blue eyes.
So, it's like as if I were to say, well, you're rich. What do you? I can't say that.
You can't say that.
Well, I can. Well, yeah, you're rich. What are you doing here? You know, it's the
So-
same concept.
Yeah. I think she stands on what she's saying, right? And I think the brother, you know, can agree. She's committed. She's committed to the love of the black man. And that's exactly what we need, right? We need more of that. As you saw so many of the sisters saying, I hate black men. Black men make me sick. Black men always doing me wrong. They did me wrong. Yes, it was the same black man that did everyone wrong, but he did me wrong. And that's all that matters. I was done wrong. I don't care if we all dating the same guy. I don't care if 10 of us had babies with the same guy. He did us wrong. He should have had baby with one of us. Well, I saw you taking pictures with Letitia. I don't care. Letitia's mad too. He should be there for all of us. No, whoa. What's going on?
I want to talk about the reason why most women prefer to have children with black guys or Arabic guys, and why it's pretty much likely that Europe and the West countries, like white countries, are going to become mixed and eventually, brown or black over time. We have the choice. Okay, we can pick. Do we want a weak white guy or do we want a strong man of color?
Can't make this up.
Is rooted in jealousy. Tell me why I received this message of a white man saying, well, you look like you've dated black men, and if you have, none of us want you. I didn't know this was an attitude that a lot of white men hold, but apparently they think that white women who sleep with black men or with brown men, they become tainted in some way, and they no longer want that white woman. But this is absolutely rooted in jealousy, because why would it matter to them unless black men made them feel insecure? There is something about black men sleeping with white women who they view as their possessions that really gets them feeling angry, like they aren't good enough, because let's face it, they aren't. And white men are obsessed with black men's penises. Like, they talk about it often online. You'll see comments like, I bet she takes black dick or whatever. It's weird and genuinely unsettling how much they talk about black men. If they weren't insecure, if they didn't feel jealous, then why would they talk about it? They wouldn't. Genuinely so embarrassing on their end, because quite literally anybody can see through what they're doing.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.